They say you should never stray from the path, but sometimes the path strays from you. It begins on a night like any other, under a moon so bright it feels like a spotlight, painting the world in shades of silver and shadow. The air hangs heavy, thick with the scent of damp earth and decay. A fog, impossibly dense, crawls from the forest floor, swallowing the trees whole, until only their skeletal tops remain visible against the bruised sky. This is where our story begins, on a path leading into the heart of the woods, a path you feel compelled to follow. Each step is a deliberate crunch of leaves, a sound that echoes too loudly in the suffocating silence. The trees stand like ancient sentinels, their branches gnarled and tangled overhead, blotting out the moon. You walk, and the world seems to watch. Shadows dance just at the edge of your vision, flitting between trunks, always just a little too quick to be real. You tell yourself, it's just the wind, just your mind playing tricks in the gloom. But the feeling of being watched, of not being alone, settles deep in your bones. You try to focus on the small things, the details. The velvet green moss clinging to a fallen log, glistening with moisture. Droplets of dew clinging to the edges of leaves, like tiny, forgotten tears. The sheer scale of the trees, their trunks disappearing upwards into the swirling mist, making you feel insignificant, small. There's a strange, eerie beauty in this stillness, a calm that feels deceptive, like the quiet breath before a scream. It's a world both alive and dead, and you're an intruder here. Then you see it. One tree, older and more twisted than the rest. Its branches reach out like grasping, skeletal arms. As you stare, you could swear one of them moves, just slightly, a twitch that is entirely unnatural. The fog seems to pool around its base, thicker here, colder. You feel a pull, a strange magnetism to this ancient, silent thing, as if it has been waiting for you. A twig snaps somewhere to your right, sharp and sudden, breaking the spell. You flinch, turning your head, but there's nothing there, just more trees, more fog. Your heart begins to pound, a frantic drum against your ribs. You scan the tree line, your eyes darting, searching for the source of the sound, and for a fleeting second, you see it. A shape, darker than the shadows it stands in. A tall, slender silhouette half hidden behind a thick oak. It has no features, no details, but you feel its gaze on you, a palpable pressure. You blink, and it's gone, vanished. But you know what you saw. The air grows colder, and the forest no longer feels empty. It feels occupied. The wind begins to whisper secrets. Not a real wind, but something else. You feel it stir the leaves at your feet, though the air around you is perfectly still. It lifts a single branch on a nearby tree, making it sway back and forth in a lonely, rhythmic dance. It's a presence you cannot see, but can feel with every fiber of your being. It's playing with you, testing you, letting you know you are at its mercy. You quicken your pace, a desperate urge to escape now overriding your curiosity. Suddenly, a glint of metal on the ground catches your eye. A flashlight, half buried in the damp leaves. Its light flickering weakly, intermittently cutting through the gloom. It looks abandoned, dropped in a hurry. As you stare, the fog seems to thicken around it, swirling as if drawn to its dying light. A chill that has nothing to do with the night air creeps up your spine. Who dropped it? And why did they leave it behind? You don't dare to pick it up. You take a sharp breath, and it materializes in front of you, a plume of white vapor in the frigid air. The temperature has plummeted. The air shimmers, distorting the trees ahead, making them seem closer, then farther away, like a heat haze on a frozen night. The forest is closing in. Another twig snaps. Closer this time. Your hands are shaking now. The path ahead feeling less like an escape and more like a trap. You push forward, almost running now, but the forest is changing around you. The path you are following splits into 2, then 3, forks that weren't there moments ago. You choose one, and it twists back on itself, leading you to a dead end. You turn back, but the original path is gone, replaced by an impenetrable wall of thorns and shadow. It's impossible. The woods are rearranging themselves, rewriting the map, trapping you in a maze of its own making. Reality is bending, breaking. In a panic, you fumble for your own flashlight, its beam a desperate, trembling sword cutting through the darkness. You sweep it back and forth, searching for anything familiar. The light catches something low to the ground too, small, glowing points. Animal eyes. They stare for a moment, unblinking, before vanishing as quickly as they appeared. But as you sweep the light back, you catch it again, the subtle movement of that tall figure, further down the path, waiting. Your heartbeat is a thunder in your ears. You stumble, your foot catching on an unseen route. The world lurches, and the camera, your only witness, tumbles from your grasp. It hits the forest floor with a thud, landing on its side. The view skewed, frantic. The sound of footsteps, heavy and fast, approaches from the darkness. They're not your footsteps, they're running towards you. The image blurs with panic as you scramble, a desperate, final movement. Then, just as the footsteps are almost upon you, the light catches one last, chilling image. A single, small shoe, sitting alone in the middle of the path. The fog rushes in, swallowing everything. Silence.